Is there anything worse than joining a raid with a legendary weapon and as soon as you fire it off, the whole lobby comes hunting you down for it? Well, in this video, I wanted to share an idea that could help solve this. Most of my friends that I've played Arc Raiders with so far, some being super competitive players and having more than 100 hours in the game, and then some that are more casual players that only have time to hop on for a bit after work, all seem to have the same complaint, and that's that they find good weapons from raids, but then they sit in the stash and don't really get used because they're too scared to take them in. Also, what's known as gear fear. We're only a few hours off the expedition where all of our stash will get wiped and we'll get set back to level 1 to grind everything out again. I do really like the idea of the expedition, but the gear fear I feel has been amplified by the fact that we need to have 5 million in currency in order to get those 5 skill points that are on offer. Usually in other extraction shooter games, the final couple of days before a wipe is your perfect chance to use all of the best gear you've saved up for so long, but we kind of haven't really had that and it's felt more like a currency grind. I personally haven't had chance to test out all of the legendary weapons yet, but from what I do hear online, they are mainly good at killing arc. So what I've seen people doing is zipping up onto rooftops and using the legendary weapons from there, as it's harder for players to push and kill them. This is a really good strat and I definitely do respect that, but this leads me nicely onto the idea of having a legendary augment which could safe pocket one weapon at a time. I know there is a lot of challenges that would come with this and I can already see a bunch of arguments down in the comment section, but the devs would of course have to find a way to balance it. For example, they could make it so that you're much heavier when walking around in raid, or that you can't carry anywhere near as much loot with this augment, something like that. I just thought it'd be nice for those people that want to take a high tier weapon in and actually have the chance to try it out without the stakes being so high. They could even make it so that crafting the augment itself is super expensive material wise, requiring rare parts from bastions or the queen. I do understand that there is a flip side to this and that some players wouldn't like this change, as the whole point of a raid is that you are putting your loot on the line and it takes away that feeling of killing someone and getting all of their gear, including legendary items. But the goal here isn't to make the game easy. The idea is to encourage players to actually use their rare items that they've grinded so hard for. But I'd love to hear what you guys think of this idea down in the comment section, so let me know what you think, and if you do like Arc Raiders content, please consider subscribing to the channel.